Today's gospel lesson comes from Matthew chapter 5. Jesus is speaking as part of his Sermon on the Mount. You have heard that it was said, "You shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy." But I say to you, love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be children of your Father in heaven. For God makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the righteous and on the unrighteous. For if you love those who love you, what reward do you have? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet only your brothers and sisters, what more are you doing than others? Do not even the Gentiles do the same? Be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect. This is the word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
So G is for grace. And we're following this book on spiritual literacy, and it's talking about the spiritual alphabet. And this book on spiritual literacy written by the Broussard, it's very much about everyday spirituality. You know, how is God present in the everyday? So we're talking about everyday grace, the kind of grace that if you just have your eyes open, that you can see just in the everyday realm. And if you think about it, we do talk about grace quite a bit, even though we don't use a technical theological term. You hear these stories coming out of people all the time. There I was, stranded by the side of the road with a flat tire, and suddenly 2 young men pull up right beside us and change our tire for us and then take off. Someone else says, I was very worried about that diagnosis. And then that evening, the sense of calm came over me, and I felt at peace. Other times you're working on this problem, you can't figure out the answer, and then suddenly, just out of nowhere, this perfect solution just jumps into your consciousness. And how many times you thought, I really hurt my friend. I thought she would never talk to me again. But then just yesterday she ran up and hugged me and said, all is forgiven. Maybe you get up in the morning, you see this magnificent sunrise, and you're suddenly overwhelmed with just the sheer joy, the gratitude for being alive. Just being alive is a gift. All of these things, we've said them all, we've experienced them all on a daily basis, but we often don't take the time to really treasure those things, to really acknowledge them for what they are. Gifts from God, things that we have not created, things that we have not manufactured. So, at the start of our worship service, Mike referenced Frederick Buechner. And Buechner has written a book, a kind of an alphabet, or a kind of a dictionary of spiritual terms called Wishful Thinking. And here's his definition of grace. Grace is something you can never get, but only be given. There's no way to earn or deserve it or bring it about, any more than you can deserve the taste of raspberries and cream, or earn good looks, or bring about your own birth. The smell of rain is grace. Somebody loving you is grace. The grace of God means something like, here, I give you this life. You might never have been, but you are, because the party wouldn't be complete without you. Here, I give you this world. Beautiful and terrible things will happen. Don't be afraid. I am with you. Nothing can ever separate us. It is for you I created the universe. I love you. That's astoundingly and embarrassingly generous. God lavishing all that love, all that creativity, all that bounty on us. Buechner says, there is, however, one catch. The gift of grace can be yours, but you have to reach out and take it. Maybe being able to reach out and take it is a gift too.